So hello basketball coaches. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can become a player's basketball coach. Now this is the type of basketball coach that is very friendly when it comes to the players, and the players can really get along with the coach. Now a lot of players will like this type of coach, but this is not the only way you can coach. So every single coach has a different type of technique. Some like to be a little bit more stern, some like to be a little bit more fun and playful. Now those are two different aspects, and there's millions of others. However, today we are talking about being a player's coach. Now, we've heard this from the NBA and from ESPN and all that about how some coaches are players' coaches, like Nick Nurse as an example. Now, taking that into aspect of who Nick Nurse is. Nick Nurse is his development of being a basketball coach has taken him from the college level. He played pro over in Britain. Now he's back over here in Canada and the States, and he's coaching in Toronto for the Toronto Raptors, and he is now probably the best coach, or at least the top 5 coach in the world currently today. So he coaches the NBA Toronto Raptors. He just won a championship in the NBA. He was just hired by Canada Basketball to become their head coach, which is fantastic. I like the way he coaches. I really like his strategies when it comes to coaching. Now, to be a player's coach, what you need to do is you really need to get along with the players. Now, you can be stern at times. However, you're generally joking around and getting along with the players. However, at the same time, you're also able to protect your players. So if there's a hard foul, you're the first one to go after the referee and say, hey, just so you know, that was a foul. I seen a foul. I want you to be able to see these calls because you missed it this time. Now, a lot of players, coaches will get a lot more technicals than the stern coaches or the coaches who are just generally after the refs in the first place. The reason is they take their players' health and safety as number 1. Winning comes number 2 for those types of coaches. Now, for those types of coaches, winning, because they're a player's coach, will really come out and happen. Again, look at the Toronto Raptors. They were classified as a possible contender for the championship. Kawhi Leonard even came out and said he's a great coach, and he got Kawhi Leonard out of his silent shell. And the coach even went to like a concert and played a guitar. Like, this guy is out there, and he's able to get the most out of his players because his players feel comfortable around him. He's not cursing them out every single practice, every single play. And a lot of players, especially in today's game, really get along and play better for coaches like that. And it's the same as if you were managing a store. Managers who go out and put you down all the time, don't give you credit for what you're doing, you're generally not going to be selling and doing and working as hard as you would be with a manager who's actually your friend, or sort of your friend. You have a working relationship. So that goes along with players, especially young players. If you've got players who are like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, and you're going out there and cursing, you're generally not going to get the most out of your players, especially in game. However, in practice, if you're cheering them on, if you're saying, hey, that was great, however, if you were to do this next time, you're going to be able to finish that basket. Now you're congratulating them, you're giving them the ability and knowledge to now do better, and now they feel better about themselves. Now, think about it this way. If you were to go out and say, hey, that was a great drive towards the basket, but next time what you could do is instead of going for that regular layup, you could use the basket as a defender and go for the reverse, and that will allow you to be able to score and not get blocked next time. Versus, man, what the hell? What you need to do is go and do a reverse, because if you're not going to do a reverse, you're going to be sitting, because if you don't do a reverse, you're going to keep on getting blocked. What's better? The first one I did right there, where I congratulated him and gave him the knowledge on what he can do better, or the second one saying, what the hell? Basically, in his mind, especially if he's younger, thinking you're calling him shit. So there's just a quick example of what a player's coach is versus a non-player's coach. Again, both types of coaches work. However, especially in today's game, a player's coach will get more out of his players than the stern coach. That's not the same as it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, because those players, they got that from home. They got sternness everywhere. But today, that's not the case. And if you've got a player's coach, for one, those players are going to be staying in the game longer. They're going to be loving the game more versus the stern coach. But also the player's coach is going to be able to get more out of them because now they feel happy about themselves. They know what they need to do better. And now they're going to go out and accomplish the task of being better. Anyways, I hope that this has helped you. And if it has, let me know your comments about what type of coach you like in the comment section below. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, actually later on today, for another Twice a Day basketball video.